The first rule of Feminist Club: don't talk about Feminist Club. Hey, it's Prince of Queens, and I've come to realize that there are definitely weird, secret feminist meetings that happen where men aren't invited or likely even told about. It's come up numerous times when I have argued with feminists on the internet because I know a lot more about feminism than most feminists, and I can easily prove that to them. Once they realize that they are outclassed in terms of my knowledge of feminist history and current famous feminists, they resort to saying things like, well, you couldn't possibly truly understand feminism the way that I do because you are a man, and the real important conversations happen in private, person-to-person feminist meetings where men aren't allowed. This got me imagining what these meetings might be like. I call this meeting to order. Remember the rules. Never tell a person with a penis what went on in this meeting. Never do anything that will benefit men in any way, as all men have been oppressing all of us throughout history, and it is their turn to shut up and look pretty for a while. Never betray the trust of your feminist sisters, and do everything you can to bring any woman you meet to these meetings so we can deprogram her from her patriarchal brainwashing together.
Hillary Clinton will still be president someday. Blessed be.
First on the agenda is... But wait, what about microaggression trigger time? I'm sorry, Harriet. I didn't mean to invalidate your experience. What happened to you since last meeting? But it's not really for you to say that you invalidated my experience. Whether or not my experience is invalidated is really my business. It's not yours to say so. Don't worry, Harriet. This is a safe space. That's precisely my point. I would expect to be triggered by a microaggression while sharing my microaggression outside in the patriarchy, but not here. Maybe that's your white privilege talking. Isn't this group supposed to be intersectional? I get triggered every day, numerous times. I agree with Tashina. Me too. Me too. Me too. I think you just revealed some white fragility, Harriet. I'm so sorry. I forgot this was an intersectional safe space. I'll try to be a stronger white ally, Tashina. Don't try. I'm sick of all this white guilt. Just do it, okay? I agree with Tashina. Me too. Me too. So the first item of business is rather gargantuan and has been tabled since September. Wait, I'm sorry. The word gargantuan kind of triggers me. And this is supposed to be a safe space. I mean, it brings me back to some pretty dark times in my life. Well, saying dark times kind of triggers me. Now your privilege is showing. I agree with Tashina. Me too. Me too. Let's just get back to the agenda. Thanks, Tashina. You are so good at staying focused and putting in emotional labor at the same time. I really admire you. The tabled item from September is that they had a 9/11 memorial at the recreation center and it wasn't feminist enough, which is obviously a problem because the falling of the Twin Towers primarily affected women. Wait, how is it a feminist issue? Wow, lots to unpack here. Did you seriously just ask that question? It's not Angela's job to educate you, Harriet, and please don't any of you Beckys say you agree with me one more time or else I'm about to get up and walk right out of this meeting. You don't have to kiss my ass just because I'm the only woman of color here. You're so brave, Tashina. I really appreciate the way that you're able to... You know what, Angela? For all the pats on the back you give me, you've never once put me in a leadership position for any of the projects, and I've offered numerous times. I know. And I will do that as soon as the feminist corporate office gives us a bigger budget. But right now, they are spending all of their money hiring people to pretend to be Russian hackers for a new major news special. Well, how about you take a break one time so I can lead and I can get some money once? I can't just do that. Feminism is not an organization. It's not like I'm in an official position of power. Okay. I know we're supposed to say that to men, but I don't understand why you have to keep that bullshit up with me in a feminist safe space. We all know you are getting paid for this. Well, if you want me to stay employed and be able to keep having these meetings at the recreation center, which I work so incredibly hard to pull together while simultaneously being a single mother to 3 children after being repeatedly raped and beaten by their father for months when we were married, that's fine. If you want to deny your sisters this safe space to process their feelings, that's fine. But if instead you want to work together and smash the patriarchy for all intersections of women, I would really prefer that. Okay, girl, fine. But I gotta go then, because Game of Thrones is coming on tonight and I have some grocery shopping to do, and I gotta go to bed early because I actually have a job to get up and go to tomorrow. So can we end this meeting? I agree with Tashina. Me too. Me too. Fine. Meeting adjourned. But remember, don't tell anybody what we said in here. Feminism is not the business of the phallus walkers. Okay. Did that sound like it is probably accurate to anybody? Drop me a comment and stay tuned.